Hello, global health community. I am back, and it's a lot sooner than I expected to, but there's much that we need to go over because a lot has changed, and so there's a lot of updates that I would like to bring to you. I'm not sure if you just saw the email that went out, but it was essentially the time to prepare is now. It really is, and that is, there's a big difference between preparing and still not panicking. And I want to share with you why. Because it has a lot less to do with the virus, and it has a lot more to being ready for the unexpected. I want to share that with you here today in this short video. And I also want to share with you that we are all in this same boat. I am trying right now to get back to the United States. But there's a lot of new developments, and that's what I want to share with you. I just found out that we are most likely not going to be allowed to get back into Boston if there is a statewide quarantine happening over the next day or two. So all of the supplies, everything I've prepped with over this past week or so and had shipped there, I no longer have access to. So again, the level of frustration, the level of stress is very high for all of us, especially as a father and a husband and someone that's trying to care for people as well, family and 500 to 1,000 messages a day overseas. And so I'm trying to get back to the U.S. I'm hopefully going to be on a flight over the next day or two, going through customs, going through all of that. But also at my next location, wherever it is, I need to make sure that I have all of my supplies as well. And here's why. I'm going to go through, again, where are we at right now? How bad could this get? And then I want to give you my A to Z prep guide that I'm doing myself for my next location, wherever that may be. So keep in mind, the media is still twisting the statistics. Now again, I'm giving an example, and it's not good. So there are 167,000 cases of this virus globally. So that's not a good thing, right? And there's still a 97 to 99% survival rate, and it's probably closer to 99%, and the reason is there's a lot of underreported cases. A lot of people get a little run down, they might get a little headache, feel a little congested, and then it goes away very, very quickly. And they experienced the virus, but the thing is it moved through their healthy body quickly. The problem is that not all of those people are being taken into account. Even still, I want to give you an example of how the media is still creating hysteria. The other day, they said there's a 21% rise in fatalities, which is true. But here's an example. It goes from 400 fatalities to 484. Now again, is that a good thing? No. Any fatality is horrible. That is someone's mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, brother, sister. So it's not good. But it is not going from 1 million to 10 million people, okay? So again, I want to calm our nerves for a moment. Very important that we do that. The second is, how bad could it get, though? Well, keep in mind, the flu affected 30 million people just in the U.S. Estimates are this virus could affect 40% to 70% of people. We don't know if that's true, but we're looking at estimates. It doesn't look like it will based on China, that is ahead of the curve, and based on Italy. But it could happen. And so we do want to be prepared, right? Now, the only silver lining is the majority of people will be just fine if they continue to follow what I spoke about in the last video and they seek medical attention as needed. If you have not seen my last video, I will link it up below. Please do go through that. That was the diet, exercise, stress reduction, the toxin removal, the rest and sleep protocols, the emotional balance, the supplement protocols, and the success mindset that we are going to make it through this. So please watch that video, share it with anyone that you believe it could serve. Again, the statistics will change with each video, but the information is absolutely on point, and it's exactly what I'm following, and it's exactly what all of our private wellness clients around the world are getting, and it's what my own family is doing myself as well. So please do watch that video. Today I am going to give you the A to Z prep guide starting right now. So there's not a lot that you do need, but you need the essentials. And you have to be smart about it, and you have to be a good steward and neighbor to other people around you. People going in and buying all of the toilet paper and all of the soap and all of those supplies they're not helping out their fellow person, their fellow human, right? Their neighbor. And we have to look at this as this is something that we are all going through. And the important thing is this, is that yes, you do need to prep. And I believe that you should have 12 weeks worth of supplies. I really do. Now, I hope that we won't need more than 3 to 4 weeks. That's my hope. But it looks like as they're quarantining cities and they're quarantining potentially states, you may not have access. Who knows if they're going to stop shipping? I mean, that would be terrible. But who knows? We don't know. These are unprecedented times. I've been doing a lot of the research. And so actually, while we're on the research before I get to the prep guide, is that there's a lot of misinformation out there. People saying that elderberry is bad. People saying that ibuprofen is bad. You have to understand, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. That is complete speculation. There's 3 studies going on right now in China of using high-dose vitamin C for this particular virus. Will it work? Will it not work? We don't know. So from a natural health perspective and a conventional medicine perspective, we don't know. Anybody who tells you they are the viral expert, you have to be careful because this is the first time and we are a few weeks in. So there's no particular expert that has all the answers. Now, there's a lot of information now saying that this may be cytokine-based related. Those people that are producing more cytokines and immune-based cells in the lungs, creating more inflammation, not allowing that fluid to be able to come back up as an expectorant, right? So all of that can be true, but saying, use acetaminophen instead of ibuprofen, that could be very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So I ask my fellow doctors and health practitioners out there, be careful with the information you are spreading. Spread overall health. Follow the de-stress protocol. Talk about that. Because if you start telling people to take acetaminophen, well, acetaminophen actually depletes the body of glutathione. So now you can't detoxify in the same way. So let's be very careful at what we are recommending and what we're saying is and isn't working because we don't know. And I'll always be honest with you. That's why these videos will always bring you the raw and honest truth. Okay? So things can continue to get worse. And what the government's going to try to do is do their best to quarantine people so it does not stop, so it stops the spread. So here's what you need. I don't care what brand in the world you purchase for any of these things. But do make sure that you are prepared. And that way there you won't have the panic, you won't have the worry because you'll have your food, you'll have your resources, and you'll have your supplements. Remember, if you're down to a few hundred calories a day and it's just processed food like canned food, pastas, rice, things like that, then you should just add in some good quality vitamins and minerals to keep your body and your immune system strong, right? So again, any brand you like, but get yourself some whole food bars, some good organic bars that aren't going to expire for at least a year. Get yourself activated multivitamins, functional medicine-based brand, not the stuff at CVS and Walmart. And no offense to them, but that stuff is not even worth taking. It's not worth taking. And that's because they're not functional medicine-based brands. They're not going to give you the nutrients that your body can actually absorb. So get a functional medicine-based brand. Use the daily nutritional support powder. We have now 12 bottles of each stocked up in my house. Daily fruit and vegetable blend, because fresh fruits and vegetables might be hard to come by. So 22 organic fruits and vegetables, your omega-3, your daily probiotic support, your vitamin C, your zinc, your vitamin D3. If I'm forgetting anything, I will link it up on that website today. Just check out the comments for that or the post. One more thing I will say is that I'm also getting, I'll always share with you exactly what I'm doing. Mullein extract, I am getting elderberry, and I'm getting licorice root. All good expectorants. And again, until we see that elderberry is not good, because we know that it helps with the flu, and we know that it helps with viruses, I'm going to hold on that. And we'll see, right? And now I'm not going to use any of the stronger items like the mullein, the licorice root, the echinacea, the elderberry, unless needed. And if we need them, we have them. You don't have to start taking them. Take your vitamin C, take your zinc, take your vitamin D3, take a good activated multivitamin every day. At least get those, right? So now take those every day to boost your immune system. I think that's smart. In terms of food, here's what I did. Plain and simple. Bulk rice, bulk oats, bulk black beans, bulk olive oil, and sea salt. That's it. Why? Here's why. Now, are my 2 young daughters going to be excited about eating beans and rice every day with olive oil? No, they're not. They're not going to be excited about that. But here's the thing. It's going to last us those 12 weeks. And it's going to be a complete meal. Beans and rice are a complete meal, okay? Add some olive oil, add some sea salt, you're good. Again, nobody's going to be happy about that. But if it comes to that, which I'm hoping that it never does, at least we'll have food. And as long as I can boil water, well, we can make beans and rice. Very, very simple. So at the same time, get yourself a good water filter as well. If you don't have a water filter, get yourself a good water filter just in case. anything does happen to the water. Or if you need to, you'll, again, I don't know where things are going, but I want to make sure that you're doing the same things that I have going on in my mind. I am hoping for the best and preparing for potentially the worst. That's what we have to do. No panic, but preparation. Stress, yes, right? Stress, yes, but no panic, okay? So let's make sure that we start to calm ourselves down by preparing, and then that will help us reduce stress, right? So we can get good sleep. We can keep our immune system boosted. And then in terms of toilet paper, paper towels, all of those things, far more important than any of those are soap and maybe some hand towels. Why? Hand towels are washable. Soap can be used for everything. You can clean your entire body with soap, clean your hands with soap, and hygiene is meaning like soap is far more important than your toilet paper, okay? So yes, get toilet paper. Don't buy all of the toilet paper. Save some for others. Get yourself a 4-week, 6-week, 8-week, maybe 12-week supply, not 12 months. And then use hand towels instead of paper towels. Get soap. So that's the thing that you do want to get. And then just a few other items that you might need. If you are on medications, you do probably want to get a 12-week supply if possible. And that way there, again, you're not worried. So if you're on high blood pressure medication, if you're on whatever it might be, and you need that, just make sure that you're able to stock up on that. So my goal for you is just to get the essentials. Don't go overboard. I hope that you never need to use any of these things. But if you're prepared, which again, that's why it's a little bit more frustrating for my wife and I, because we're not even on U.S. soil yet. And we know that when we get to the U.S., we're going to be standing in customs lines for 4 to 5 hours. And then we have to find, are there any supplies left where we go? And then if not, well, then we hope that there may be a good neighbor that could share with us. And hopefully you'll be able to share with others as well. Okay? So that is my advice. I'm going to link everything up for you. Get your supplies, just your vitamins, your minerals, your immune boosters. Get your food supplies, get your water filter, and get your resources. I am not a conspiracy theory person. I am not a person that creates hysteria, and I never thought I'd have to create this video. But now is the time certainly to prep. It is. And again, hopefully we never need it. And the last point is this. Take care of those people 60 years and older. Your parents, your grandparents, or anyone immune-based compromised. Make sure that they are keeping themselves. Like if anybody needs to stay more isolated, it's them. Deliver their supplies to them. Have them stay in. Give them their immune boosters. Give them their good foods. This, again, go back, watch my previous video because I want to keep it at this for today. The previous video will just say, follow a good anti-inflammatory diet plan. Get into some moderate movement and exercise in the house. You can do all of those things. You really can. If there's any questions, please let me know. My team and I are honestly going to be with you every step of the way. I will create videos as often as I need to. I will answer as many comments as possible. If I'm a little slow in getting to any of the comments, it simply means that I'm going to be traveling for about 30 hours, maybe more, in lines, without sleep, any of those things, without Wi-Fi. But I'm going to do my best. I really am. And if there's any tips you want to share, feel free to share those tips. Our Facebook group is a free group where we're all chatting. That's cabralsupportgroup.com, where we send all of our supplies in terms of nutritional supplements and all that globally is equilibriumnutrition.com. But again, go with any brand you feel comfortable. And I will link up the Manuka honey, the echinacea, the licorice root, all of those things on the webpage at my website, stephencabral.com. So I'll link up the specific webpage. I'm here to help. Please let me know how I can. I'm telling you right now, we're all going to get through this. It's going to be a storm, but we are going to get through it. We'll get through it together. And I appreciate you being a part of this global health community.